This is Majo John Madden, still outside of the Brownsville Social Security office. I guess we can't see the sign. The back side of that is the sign. And where they told me that at this time of day, the room is full. It'll be 3 to 4 hours. And we're coming back tomorrow. But I just had an encounter, a really nice, tiny engagement with some folks sitting here in their car. A lovely young couple with 2 kids, 1 or 2 kids. This little car over here, you can't actually see them, which is fine. And I bet they're waiting for her father or his father, who's in that place, maybe retired and got benefits. You know, maybe they don't speak English, but maybe he does. Or I don't know what the deal is. But they've been there a long time. And I earlier offered them my shady spot, because I found a shady spot here, just this tall palm tree here, and it provides shade to really just one parking spot. And when I was going in, I asked them if they wanted the shady spot, and they said no. And when I came back, they're still sitting there, and I thought their spot is hot. It gotta be hotter, and they're not up as high as me, so they're not getting as much shade. And with the sign maybe even be blocking the. They're not getting as much breeze, and it may be blocking the breeze. So I tried again. And I want so much to have better Spanish. You know, it's really always been the case. Even 40 years ago in Chicago, or 30, I was saying the reason I wanted to learn Spanish was so that I could reach out and help Latino people. Have enough Spanish to be helpful. And I did. Because when the Martin family was living with me, my Spanish got better. And maybe if I turn this way, there's less wind hitting the microphone. So the Martin family, I was working on my Spanish then, and we were doing better. And I'm going to go up this window so it's not as windy here. Microclimate adjustments. I'm really big into creating microclimate. Mark Twain said everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it. I do. Sure, I can just change that. And I've got crumbs on my beard. I can change that, make myself into a movie star. So it's hotter, but for a couple minutes I can live with it. So I tried, and so now that I'm getting ready to move to Mexico, because there have been parts of the trip where I worked on my Spanish. I've got like 4 different apps downloaded, and for a while I was using it every day. And there was one point in South Padre Island where I was trying so hard to get my Spanish, and I snapped. And I just started doing this crazy George Carlin-inspired psycho-babble, my own version of Spanglish, which Spanglish is real popular down here because there's so many people who are bilingual or have some of each. But I've been lazy for a long time. I haven't been doing anything. But now we're really close, really close. I'm saying that on around the 3rd, when I get my check, we're going to march our way down those. There's like 9 different places you can cross. And what I've discovered, even though I got really disappointed yesterday by not getting through, because I got high, really ungrounded high and excited and thinking I was going to get through at the biggest of the 3 Matamoros crossings, which not even close. They looked at my tags right away. But I've been successful 1 out of 3 times, so that's not terrible. And I think there's probably 9 crossings just right within the Rio Grande Valley here. So I think that, and so far there's been no big downside from getting turned away. I just get turned away and pay some money for the bridge, which once I have my check, it'll be more possible. Now there's somebody walking a dog on a leash over there. Let's see if my dog will probably run over to say hi to that dog. That dog is probably straining at the leash, trying to see what's going on with that dog over there not on a leash. And the guy may let his dog off to run with magic, or he's too far away from me to yell at me. He's just going to assume it's a stray dog, and he may look at the tag and call. So if a call comes through while I'm doing this, that'll break off this video. And I'll take the call and say, yeah, he's mine. Just let him go. Let him go. He knows where I am. Thank you. Thank you for caring. So I went up to there and I said, hablan inglés. They said, no. And I said, so I fumbled with my Spanish and I said, esta parte, that part where I am, menos calor. It's less hot there. Do you quieres? Do you want it? They said, no. Now Latinos are very non-entitled, they're legally not entitled, and they don't do all that arrogant Karen bullshit, all that entitled bullshit, like, I want this and you better treat me right. No, they're not like that at all. So they might not even know how to consider that, well, yeah, they could ask me to move, and sure. But no, I think their response is, no, you'd have to move then. That'd be terrible. But my dog will come back any moment. I may go claim him, and we will move because I want to go to the library. And it's too hot. Too hot. Sorry, folks. If you've got snowstorms, it's 92 here today, and heat and humidity is the issue for me. I'm like dying. It's an air conditioning day for me. And God only knows what that scamp is up to. He might be 2 blocks away by now. He is getting more independent. I assumed that this area is so big that he would stay there. And it's hot. It's hot. He's not into running big distances now. I bet he's just laying in the shade there. But I'll go get him. All right. Thanks.